Good morning, everyone. So Rusty, it's Saturday. Rusty and I just got back from the farmer's market and we sold everything we took up there. We took 6 of the mozzarella cheese. We took 5 fudge. We took 3 loaves of bread, one bag of hamburger buns, and about 30-ish dozen eggs, and we were sold out in 1 hour and 23 minutes. So we were so excited. But guess what? Somebody today had tomatoes. 25 pounds for $25. So I grabbed me 50 pounds of tomatoes because I don't have enough tomato plants to make that many tomatoes. And I am going to, for the first time in my life, I'm going to be canning some pasta sauce because I make ours homemade now. So I bought some bell peppers today. I bought a bunch of those. I bought some onion. I grabbed me another, you guys, I'm cheating. I grabbed me a jar of minced garlic because I don't want to cut garlic up. I've already got enough stuff to cut up today. And then, of course, I got me some Italian seasonings. And I'm trying to think what else I will be putting in there. They didn't have the big cans of the tomato paste. So I'm just going to let it cook long enough that maybe it'll be okay. I won't have to thicken it. And if it's not thick enough when I go to take it out of the jar, I will just thicken it up as I use it. And I'm going to put them in pint jars because Rusty and I don't eat that much. I think a quart would be way too much. I'm going to be using my, ooh, it's already on and hot. Let me turn this off, guys. I don't want that on yet. I'm going to be putting them in my roaster pan. I have an immersion blender. So the plan today, let me flip you guys around, is to take them. Some of them are a little bit molded. Well, this one on top is molded, so I'll cut that off. But anyways, I'm going to take them from here. I'm going to blanch them because I don't want the skins on there. I'm not even going to worry about putting them in a cold bath because if they overcook, it's no big deal because I'm going to be taking them straight from there and putting them in the roaster pan. And then I'm going to, while I'm waiting for tomatoes and things like that, I'll be working on cutting up these veggies that I have here. And according to Google, I'll be able to get probably about 25 to 30 pint jars. So I'm going to see if I can get Mr. White here in a minute to go in there and start pulling my pint jars down so I can start getting those washed and get my get a water bath ready because I will be water bathing this when I'm done. And so that's what I'm doing. So I'll kind of show you guys. I don't have a recipe for this. Just like when I make homemade pasta all the time. I take our fresh tomatoes out of the freezer, thaw them out, put them in the pan. I put in a can of tomato paste because I want it, you know, I'm making dinner, so I want it in an hour. And then I'll, you know, cut up a few veggies like onions and garlic and Italian seasonings. I just make my own. So I've never done it on this large of a scale. But it'll be so convenient to be able to just, when we get home or in the evenings when it's cold and I don't really want to cook, all I have to do is just boil some noodles and throw a can of tomato sauce on the stove and we're good, or pasta sauce, and we're good to go. So that's my thinking there. Okay, so I'm going to get this started. I've got a lot of cutting to do and I'll just kind of show you guys what I'm doing as I go along. Come on.
Got 5, one of them being that one.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's actually going to take a seal. I'd rather not use it. I bet you it won't seal. Those store-bought ones usually don't. That's fine. If we don't have 5, that's fine. I don't really want too many.
25 of these?
About 20 or 25, I'm guessing at this point. I have 3 in here already. Okay, I got really busy. This is only 25 pounds. My quart, I think my roaster pan's only a 12 quart. That's what Rusty and I are guessing. But I do have my first box, 25 full pounds, and we're not going to try to put any more in here. I have that in there. I have the three different colors, of peppers in there. I have my onion in there, and I do not have my garlic in just yet. I've got my roaster pan sitting on about 350 when I start cooking, and all I did was water bath these. Not water bath. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, I went brain dead. Dipped them in the hot water and left them for 3 minutes. Pulled them out and put them in here, and then we used the stick blender. Everybody calls it immersion. I call it a stick, but we use this, and we just kind of did it all up like that. It's a little chunky, and when we missed a couple. It's a little chunky, but that's kind of how we like ours anyways. But I am going to, as soon as the onion and peppers are cooked down a little bit, then I'll be able to use the immersion blender again and get rid of those. I mean, I don't mind if they're chunky in there or not, but yeah, we'll do that. And my sister is bringing my niece out, who is 21-ish, I think, years old. So, but anyway, she's going to bring my niece out because she wants to learn how to do this kind of stuff. And they have another roaster pan I can borrow. So they're going to bring me a roaster pan, bring a few more jars because I'm not sure if I have enough jars. And then she's going to come help me. So maybe I'll be able to do more filming on the second part, on the next box, because Rusty was helping me a lot with this box, and I just didn't have time to pick up the camera or turn it on. My hands had tomatoes all over them most of the time. So, but it only took probably less than an hour to get this one going. So as soon as they get out here, we'll get the next one going. And I'm going to be adding my seasonings, my garlic and salt and all that here in just a few minutes. All right, guys, let's continue. Okay, we're back, and my niece is now here. Say hi, Madison.
Hi.
And we have a second roaster set up. I couldn't think of the name of it. And she's doing the immersion blender. We peeled all the tomatoes after we did a quick blanching on them. We've got our peppers, onions, all of our seasonings are in there. And we let this cook for a couple more minutes. And now we're doing a second blending on it just to get the peppers and onions and everything blended up in there good. And now basically it's just keeping it stirred. We'll stir it about once every 15-20 minutes. Give it a quick stir. And then we're going to let it cook for several hours. And then we'll be ready to bottle it and do a hot canning bath on it. We'll be doing a water bath canning on it. Okay, so I'm just going to make a closing for this video now. You guys have seen water bathing stuff, I'm sure, a million times, but we ended up, out of the 50 pounds of tomatoes, we ended up with either 22 or 24 quarts total. We did some of them in pints, but if you figure the quarts amount, that's what it came out to with all of the tomatoes. And this is how pretty they came out. They look really nice. And of course it's sealed, and I've got them dated up there. So I just wanted to show you guys. My niece did a great job. Thank you, Madison, so much for your help. And I sent one full batch home with her. I kept a batch, so that worked out good. That gave me and Rusty. Here, I'll show you guys. Let me go in my pantry here. And I've got to take the rings off today, but I leave the rings on for at least one day. But there we go. We got a bunch of, let's go way back there, see? So we ended up quite a few, and that's what we will use for our pasta sauce until it runs out. I doubt we'll be able to get any more tomatoes this year. I mean, it's September now, obviously, so it's getting late in the season for that. But I think I'm going to get started because I think today I might be canning some beans. I want to do black-eyed peas. I want to do brown beans. I don't know what all I have in there, but I want to do some beans so I don't always have to grab the Instapot when I want beans around here
for something. So, okay, guys, again, I want to thank everyone so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We really do appreciate that. If you haven't yet done so, it's free. Please give us a subscribe. If you have any comments or you want to ask a question, go ahead and do that. I might try to do more videos like this in the future if these do okay, and I might try to show more how to do it. I just know there's so many videos out there already on how to do any of this stuff, and so we all do everything maybe a little bit different, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Oh, got my TV. I'm watching my cruise videos. Rusty and I are going on a cruise in January. So, but yeah, so I might, I might do another video today if I do decide to can. I'm either going to can or I'm going to go try to fix my long arm. My long arm is broken. I broke a needle in it the other day, and I think it threw the timing off. So now I've got to do that, and I've never done that before. But that's what YouTube's for, right? Okay, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk with you next time. Bye-bye.